A large apartment complex under construction went up in flames around midnight, the orange glow lighting up the dark sky. Firefighters on scene through the night, and at daybreak, a true look at the extent of the damage with about a $30 million price tag. What was to become the cornerstone of this plaza near Tropicana and Fort Apache is now gone. Neighboring businesses like Goodfellow Korean Bistro were just feet away from the same fate.
Pretty bad, yeah. I saw, and the signs all got melted, and our doors, everything, glass has been broken.
He estimates about $2,000 in damage. At least 15 windows in this plaza have to be replaced, the fire's heat cracking one after another. But the aftermath goes beyond the plaza as wind blew ash and embers from the fire into nearby neighborhoods as far as a quarter of a mile away. Jesuel Giao and his family evacuated in the middle of the night. They came home to a car covered in soot and charred debris strewn about his yard.
It's gonna take a while to clean.
Though he has a lot of work ahead of him, he feels lucky.
We were just happy that the wind didn't blow the fire to us, because the wind was blowing in our direction for our homes, and the only thing we could do was pray.
However, some of his neighbors weren't as fortunate. A car melted a few houses down, and trees and bushes caught fire in neighboring yards. But firefighters kept the homes safe, and nobody was hurt.
We still have somewhere to sleep. I mean, it's all we could ask for, honestly.
Back now live at the scene. At this time, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. However, tonight we have learned the Clark County Fire Investigations Division has requested assistance from the ATF to help with the investigation. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Yeah, that's right, Marie. Diligence is definitely the message from Aaron Rouse. He's the special agent in charge of the FBI office here in Las Vegas. But not just diligence by the FBI and local law enforcement. Diligence as well by members of the public.
I always say, be a participant in your own safety and security, and Nevadans have not disappointed.
Aaron Rouse, special agent in charge of the FBI's Las Vegas office, says the public continues to step up with information on potential threats ahead of tomorrow's inauguration in Washington, D.C.
Well, I can't go into a lot of specifics, Steve, but what I can say is that we have a great public, and they're on social media quite a bit, and they'll see something that might be concerning, and it allows us an opportunity to assess it.
Much of that assessment happens at the Southern Nevada Counterterrorism Center, or Fusion Center. That's where federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies can instantly combine intelligence resources and quickly determine if they might be dealing with a peaceful protest like this one in Carson City over the weekend, or something that might become more violent. Metro Deputy Chief Andrew Walsh says doing it quickly can save lives.
In a pre-9/11 world, it was always these months and years of planning. Now we see planning stages in the minds of people who do really bad things. Those planning stages sometimes are hours, and it makes it really difficult, and that's why that Fusion Center becomes so important.
And while there are no guarantees, Special Agent Rouse feels confident the community cooperation will head off any problems tomorrow.
I think that overall, nationwide, the FBI working with our state and local partners and other federal partners, we've done everything that we possibly can based on the information that we have to secure the places that need to be secured to ensure a peaceful transition of power.
4 goals that really stood out in tonight's State of the State address: winning the battle against COVID through vaccinations, getting students back in the classroom, getting the economy back on its feet, and looking ahead to a post-pandemic Nevada.
The challenges are unprecedented. We have so much to fix.
The governor said he'll do whatever's necessary to get our students back to school.
That's why we've worked to supply PPE, ensure rapid testing was made available to all school districts, and now prioritize our educators for vaccines.
Nevada educators became eligible for vaccinations on Monday.
Vaccinations kind of give us, light at the end of the tunnel.
In the area of healthcare, Sisolak proposes restoring reductions to Medicaid and neonatal intensive care service rates.
The fact that the state has reinstated that 6.5% to Medicaid is going to be able to better allow us to take care of our population and our citizenry.
As for healthcare infrastructure, Sisolak earmarked $25 million for the UNLV Medical School building.
Our mission is to care for our community, and part of that is we train young doctors.
Sisolak also came up with a plan for an economy hit hard by COVID.
I've had to take advantage of the rental assistance programs to stay in my house.
And for that, Sisolak announced an additional $50 million to help small businesses across Nevada through an assistance program.
We are really pleased to see one thing that the governor did not propose, which is raising taxes on employers and small businesses. And so that is going to go so far in protecting businesses.
The governor also addressed the backlog of unemployment claims. He's looking at updating computer infrastructure and systems.
I'm recommending to the legislature that we work together to modernize and utilize private sector expertise to help Nevadans in need.
Well, the Henderson Silver Knights are off and running, and they opened up training camp officially yesterday. So to check in on the horses hopeful to become Vegas Golden Knights, let's turn it to Jesse Merrick for a look at day 2 of HSK camp.
Yeah, Brian, look, now that the Silver Knights are actually here in Henderson, it gives us a much better look at a lot of the prospects in the Golden Knights organization. 2 guys in particular we're getting an extended look at are Korczak and Peyton Krebs. Due to NHL rules, players drafted out of the Canadian junior leagues like them are not eligible to play in the AHL. However, the WHL has delayed the start of their season, so as long as that goes on, they're able to be assigned to the Silver Knights here in Henderson, and they both say that they're taking full advantage of that opportunity as long as it lasts.
There's a lot of good players here and everything, but I think I want to make a stand for sure and show that I can play at the pro level and with the NHL teams.
We're here to get better every day. The last couple of days have been great, skating with older players and just learning how they handle themselves every day. And I think that's the biggest takeaway that him and I can improve upon.
And Brian, now speaking of that 2019 NHL draft, here's some news to keep an eye on. There's a report out there that Golden Knights prospect Pavel Dorofeyev is leaving the KHL and could soon sign an entry-level deal with the Knights. Nothing official just yet, but definitely something to keep an eye on as he too soon could be joining the Silver Knights.